could do it all over again, there'd be no wish I woulds or should have beens. Spend that time with my family and friends.
When you're a mom, when you're a working person, not even just a business owner, you've got some kind of love in your life, whether it's a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever.
I was in July of last year, so we're coming up on a year.
Okay.
I've left corporate. So I was in corporate for 10 years.
I was like, wait a minute, we moved to this area specifically to go to this school. That's why we moved here to this area. You know, there's a lot of places we could have lived in Louisville. Like,
You know, Mike and I, we were talking one day. I said, I think I want to speak. I want to be a speaker. Like, just like, that's my thing. Give me a mic, give me, you know, an audience. My partner was there for like 15 years.
oh, really?
Yeah.
No,
He was in IT for a long time.
We love Georgia. That's where
Yes.
our husband and I are from.
Which I'm a newfound golf lover. So like the Masters, like all.
Really? Golf? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, and sorry, I didn't mean to just like cut you off.
No,
Like,
no, tell me. It's my husband's family loves golf.
Well, I never thought I would be
So.
that person,
Thank you.
but I bowling in high school.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I love sports. I've all kinds of sports. I was very, very
Okay.
fortunate to, you know, get to just try kind of different things and
Sure.
whatnot. But I don't. So my partner, he was going to go pro, and so yeah. Like
Oh,
he did it in high
okay.
school, college, like
Yeah.
went to Florida, was training, like all the things. And then
Okay.
life just was like, we're
that
going to
way.
go this. Yeah. And so he did Special Olympics for a long
Okay.
time with golf. And so he did it for so long. And him and I have been best friends for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had gotten to a point in my life, he had gone through some stuff, and so he was single, and then I was going through some stuff and gotten to the point where I was like, okay, I've got to make a change. You start to recognize patterns
Yeah.
and everything in your, and I mean, really, I woke up on Thanksgiving 2024 and was like, I'm reliving my childhood. We're not going to do this. Like, I'm not going to put my kids through this. I'm not going to do this. Like, okay, we're done.
Ugh,
And so,
that's heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Deciding that I'm done, then a couple months later, I discover that my daughter, my oldest, had been assaulted. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, and so like it's really messy. I never
things.
expected to be dealing with the court systems at the level
Sure.
that I'm dealing with, but here I am.
You never do.
And you know, I've shifted my mindset to, okay, I'm going through this. I'll be an advocate for somebody someday. Because that's just like, I love
how you think.
people. I love helping people. I love empowering people. Life has tried to knock me the hell down.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, no, we're not. Like,
We're not doing that.
the ancestors in me are like, we're coming for you. Like, my whole body's
Rise
like,
up.
like tingly as I say that.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, so here I am on this journey that I never thought I'd be on.
Yeah.
I had built a house, had a family, you know, I had lost my first husband to suicide. And so I'd kind of like rebuilt, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, this is, and then it's like, rug pulled out from under you. No, change it up. We're
you've
we're
had to
not where you're going to be
pivot
yet.
a lot.
Yeah, I've had to pivot
A lot of pivoting.
but my parents gave Mike some golf stuff for Christmas.
Okay.
And so like that kind of got him like interested again. Like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I picked
Maybe
this
this
back
thing.
up. Like he had some stuff going on with his foot. And so it wasn't the same. And so,
Oh.
yeah. And so I was like, let's go one day. Like, let's just go see what this is like. Like,
Let's just watch it.
yeah. And I like it.
You
I'm
like
like,
it?
this
Okay.
is not putt-putt.
Well,
But-
no, yeah, that's
But
a
I'm
different
like,
kind of exciting.
okay, maybe my thing wasn't throwing a ball. Maybe my thing is hitting a ball.
Okay.
Which, because this
Oh,
whole,
so you like to play?
yes,
Okay.
yes. Like, I like to play.
Wow.
Yes. Like,
Okay.
I mean, if you can make contact with it, which granted, there's a lot of times I don't. But
Same.
yeah, I mean,
Ever.
we're swinging things in the air.
Yeah.
I'm whacking a ball, and when it's good, it feels good.
Yeah, Top golf is my jam.
Yes, yes. So I mean, it started there, obviously, at Top Golf,
It's a
and
great
then
place.
you know, and it was just like, okay, I think I can do this. So we went
Okay.
and bought me a set of clubs. Like,
Ooh.
I've actually played like real golf on a golf course, like 9 holes.
Fun.
Yeah, I think we're going in a few days to play an
So
entire
fun.
19 or 18 holes.
So funny because your shirt says golf
Yes.
too.
I was like, when I told him this morning, I was like, what should I wear? Should I wear like Lulu's? I keep hitting them. Go soon to play a full 18. because I've only
that's a
played
big
9.
one.
Yeah. So, but I love, so anyway, I sat through the entire weekend of the Masters, Thursday to Sunday,
That's long.
like in my shop and
Okay.
had it on TV
Yeah.
and like,
What's it like watching it though?
I'm into it.
Okay.
I'm into it. I mean, okay. So like, I don't know if I would have been into it had I not played it, like actually gone out and played it, because then now I'm paying attention. I'm watching. I'm like, I'm
have it, the
so
information.
observant. Yes. Like I was in the military, so attention to detail is like my bread and butter. So it's like, okay, I'm watching every swing and I'm watching, and then it's like, I mean, like I'm not there, but you're watching, like this ball is going towards, and like,
But
that's just the excitement.
You know the rules and you know the goals, you
Yes.
understand what they're trying to do, it means so much more.
Well, and the thing is, it's the only sport that, well, and someone out there could probably put me wrong, but currently to date, it's the only sport I know that you're competing against yourself. Like you can do the groups and you can do the pairs and stuff. Like right now, this weekend, the PGA tournament is a pair thing. So it's 2 people, it's a team thing.
Okay.
But like normally it's yourself. Like granted, you're going against everybody else that's golfing.
Yeah, but it's your stats.
Right. You have one job.
I think about like gymnastics.
Yes.
You know, like you're scored on your ability to perform this thing.
Was that you? A gymnast?
No.
No. Oh, okay.
I'm not blessed with any of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my skills are all up here.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I love it. I love it. So anyway,
Yes.
We've reared golf. Okay. Atlanta.
Okay.
You're
Yes,
from Atlanta.
From Atlanta.
Okay.
Athens specifically.
Okay.
So the school system was so different than it is here. And we moved here in 2018 for a job.
Okay.
I had a job at the Yum Center as an accountant. And my kids were so small. And I didn't have to worry about the school system. They weren't in the school. They were at the daycare system. Right. And that has the same hours.
Right.
So I didn't have to worry about it.
Right.
And at the time we lived in Louisville. And so when my kiddos started getting to school age, I learned all about the lottery system that this JCPS does and wasn't a huge fan. I was like, wait a minute. We moved to this area specifically to go to this school. That's why we moved here to this area. You know, there's a lot of places that we could have lived in Louisville. Like this is where we wanted to be. And I remember registering and they said, what are your top 9? And I was like, ma'am,
9?
here's my top 1.
Right.
This is where we live. And it was a whole thing. And I was so upset. I was like, this is not what, in Georgia, you live here, you go here.
Right.
Like,
well, that's the way it used to be.
And that's what people, in the good old, well, I want to go back there.
Right. JCPS, I grew up in JCPS.
Oh, so you know,
but it's not
chaos.
what it was.
And the schools start at different times.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, we had a foreign exchange student from Italy, and she was going to Ballard.
Okay.
Because we still lived over there. And we live very close to where we are now. We live in Wolf Trace over there.
Okay.
And I was trying to explain. You never realize how crazy something is until you try to explain it to someone.
Especially, well, I assume
at that age where I'm like,
yes,
with the language barrier too.
Yes.
and she spoke English very well.
Yeah.
But even I felt like I couldn't speak English because I didn't know how to explain it. And having to explain,
talk to my kids.
Yeah. And the first 2 weeks she was here, the school was out because the transportation was wacky. They couldn't get the buses to be on the right schedule.
Right.
And so I'm like telling this 17-year-old girl, like, I honestly don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we moved across the bridge last year.
Okay.
Much different experience.
It is
very
it's a different world over there.
Happy with the change.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I hear people kind of talking about their school schedule in the mornings, I just think, how do people work?
Yeah. Well, I was in July of last year. So we're coming up on a year.
Okay.
I've left corporate. So I was in corporate for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. So I did.
Doing what?
Well, first I was in the Navy. So right out of high school, joined the Navy. Wanted to see the world.
That's fun. What were you doing in the Navy?
I was, I joined as a machinist mate.
Okay.
My recruiter was like, because I was like, I want to get like out of here ASAP.
Sure.
Fastest way out, cheapest way out.
Machinist mate.
Yes.
Okay, that's kind of cute.
So when I was in the recruiting office, they were like, what do you like? Because I didn't come from a military family.
You're the outlier.
I wasn't, when I say I didn't come from a military family, like I had like grandparents and like
Okay.
long time ago, but not like active
Immediate.
duty, immediate, nothing
Okay.
like that. My garage actually burnt down my senior year of high school. And it was like a couple weeks later, I'm on MySpace because that was a thing
Oh,
in my high
yes.
school days.
Just small coding.
And so
top 8.
we were at home on Christmas break and like dealing with this trauma. And I was just like, I want out of here. And so I'm on MySpace and I see this ad on the side of these 2 girls, these airman girls
Okay.
that talk about how they're in the Navy, they have a job, they're getting paid to go to school, they have a normal life. Like, what is all this? I don't know who put that ad together, but
they
it
knew.
got me.
The algorithm was born.
Yes. And so like my dad, I remember telling my parents, of course, my mom was like, no, I'm not signing this because I was 17 at the time.
Oh,
And my
you needed
dad,
their
he went to the
permission.
recruiting office first and was like, okay, look, she's going hell or high water because that's who she is.
It's happening.
Like, yeah. And so like, tell me everything. So when I told the recruiter, I was like, I kind of want a job like my dad. My dad was a machinist in the civilian world. And so I was like, my mom sits behind a desk, which granted, that's what I said back then. She's
You
an
just
investment
you didn't know.
officer. Yes. So I was like, I don't want to sit behind a desk. And
Yeah.
so they said, okay, well, let's do this. Well, civilian jobs do not translate to the military. So machinist in the civilian world is not a machinist mate in the Navy.
Oh.
That's a machinery repairman.
Okay.
So I
Kinda
get
confusing.
yeah, and I don't know this until I'm already in. And now, granted, when I joined, my recruiter was like, "Well, you can just do this and then change," because I originally wanted to enlist it as a cook. I love food, have
Oh.
always loved food. Yeah, had a catering business at one point.
But then you became a double M.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And he was like, you can just change it. Well, that doesn't exist. It does, but it's a whole.
But it's not a just change. it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I got really fortunate because I was a conventional machinist mate. So I did I learned how to do boiler tech rooms and like reading gauges and all that stuff. And then when I got to the George H.W. Bush, it's a nuclear powered aircraft carrier. I wasn't a nuke. And so everyone has time in the galley. Everyone has to do a rotation.
Okay.
Well, when that time came and I did it, I was like, oh, this is what I really was meant to do. And so I was
Start
very
clicking.
fortunate that my division just let me go to the culinary side during deployment. And afterwards, I worked it to where it was like, you don't really need me over here. Like, I'm
You
going to
put
do
it in
it.
their mind.
Right.
It's their idea.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that was incredible doing the different events when we would port into different countries and we would have the local ambassadors and whatnot on. And so we would cater to them. And then it was, feeding the enlisted kitchen, which is thousands of sailors, feeding the chief's kitchen. So I love the food industry.
Yeah.
Come out of the Navy and move back home and fall in love and do some family business. My first husband, he had family in like bed and breakfast.
Okay.
So I helped do that, learned like wedding, event kind of stuff.
Oh, kind of a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Getting your feel for it.
Enrolled in cosmetology school. Cause that's just like, I just want to
So
do
fun.
everything. Like, I want to be good. I want to be able to do like my life is a roller coaster. And if I need to pivot, I
you
know
want to have a skill to
I was
fall
a school
back
bus
on.
driver. Like if the world is ending and somebody needs to drive a bus.
Lacee. Go to Lacee because she's got a skill somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. So I was like, okay, let's just dabble in all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And then I got pregnant.
Oh, God bless.
My blessed little children. No, I do. They are, oh my God, they're my joy. But it was like, okay, I need to kind of put my big girl pants on. Like,
what do I actually do now?
right. And so back then it was, and it may still be, I don't know, but it was a who you know, not what you know kind of world.
Okay.
And so thankfully I knew somebody, longtime family friend, had been with a company for about 12 years. So her word was reputable. If she said hire this person, it was likely they were going to get hired.
Good.
So Penske Logistics. I worked so Penske Logistics. Most people know them as the bright yellow trucks. That's Penske Moving or truck leasing. But I ran both LAP and KTP supply chain teams for several years. And so
that was my
sitting
typing, just sitting at a desk.
Yep. I got into the office world. I was like, okay, I've done this like doer thing. Now I want to like get analytical. And it's funny because at one point my mom had interviewed before me, but she was actually going to go work and then it was like a few years later, then I'm in this, now I'm get this
Interesting.
job. And,
Yeah.
so it was wonderful. I mean, I had my daughter, and then at that point it was like, I want to make this a career. I had a salary.
Oh,
It was,
yeah.
I knew nothing going into supply chain and logistics. I didn't know the difference in semis and a drop deck trailer versus a straight, so it was like,
Yeah.
I
So you were
learned.
learning.
Yes.
You were feeling challenged in that way.
Yes.
So your doing attitude maybe stems from, I just want to keep learning.
Yes.
So you still felt like you were getting that.
Oh, absolutely.
With a little bit of cushion. Because there's something about, as much as I talk to business owners about the shift to doing your own thing,
yeah.
there really is a beautiful thing of the 9 to 5.
It is.
For
Oh,
the
there
people
is.
that, that's their goal, that's
Yeah.
what they want. There's a cushion.
Mhm.
You're gonna get paid.
Right.
You know what you're gonna get paid. Usually you have health insurance.
Usually, yes, yes, some kind of benefits.
There's benefits.
I walked away from a pension.
Yeah.
To start my own thing, and
Right. Scary.
It is. There is that cushion. There is that every day, even when things got tight.
Sure.
It was like, well, this is coming. This set amount is coming.
They're still gonna pay me.
Right.
Even if the higher ups are not taking a paycheck or whatever they're having to do.
Right.
I'm gonna get paid.
Right.
And there's a predictability about it. I go in at this time, I do this thing,
Yes.
and then I go home.
Yes.
And I'm good.
Yes.
When you start your own thing, none of it is like that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
So we're living good at Penske. We're learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I loved learning that, I love a challenge. And so I started climbing the ladder
Sure.
in that realm, in, supply chain, automotive. I love, like I said, I love people, building relationships, building relationships with the carriers, with the suppliers, just with, we were a contractor on Ford or on site at Ford. So it was like, that was different to learn because it's like, we're our own company, but yet we're on your property and we abide by your rules and we do, so there was a lot of navigating, just that relationship because it was a good one and it's been there for a long time, but the world is ever changing. I mean, the automotive industry is ever changing.
For sure.
Like
the rules and compliance, and my husband's a truck driver.
Okay, yes. So
yes.
always changing. And then COVID happened.
Oh, were you considered essential?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I thought.
Now, because all of the facilities, next thing you know, we're pumping out masks. We're pumping out, if it was an assembly line facility, COVID came in and we're redoing things. Now, some of it we completely shut down, but even when the automotive shut down, the line workers shut down, the production shut down, we still worked because there is still moving pieces always. I mean, it's not, COVID kind of was like, okay, we're going to shut down. But then it was just like, then we had to clean it up because it's like, where are all these truck drivers going? Where's all this freight going?
Yeah.
Where, warehouses up here, it was just.
It changed.
Yes.
It did, but it was still happening.
Yeah. So then you had that. Then you come out and you start going again. And then you've got demand issues and you've got supply chain issues and you've got, oh, wait, we have so many parts that come from overseas. Ships ain't moving. Ports ain't open. And it was just like, oh my gosh. So in the midst of all that, like I said, my first husband, he passed by suicide in 2019.
Okay.
And so I had already promoted and I was a manager. And so COVID happened. So that shut down. And then we work from home, but we still work every day. So now I'm managing a team from home. Like that's,
yeah.
I still don't even know
like how you did that.
Right.
A whole office job at home.
Yes. Yes. And then we start coming back in, and then I will say 21 into 22 was probably the worst in regards to Ford Automotive.
Really?
Yeah. In regards to the supply chain and demand, because it was like when we would have parts, we would run nonstop. Go as much as you can. And then it was like we would run out of parts and then we'd have to
shift.
And it was just this constant. But yeah, it was in all that leadership. My company, poured into the leadership. I got to go through some different seminars and classes,
nice.
and travel to
putting
Michigan.
your little buttons on your the
Yes,
swag, you
yes,
know, like
yes.
things you're learning as
Yes.
you go.
And then my papa passed away. My grandpa grew up. He called me Lulu Bell, and so it was in his passing that I started to look at legacy. Okay, what
Interesting.
I'm in corporate. Okay, what does this? What does this look like? What am I doing? Where am I going? I was going through a lot of change personally in regards to my faith, and I'm a very spiritual person. I am not a religious person.
Okay.
I grew up religious. I grew up in church. I grew up, my mom worked there at one point.
Oh,
And so it was
very involved.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I've been hurt a lot. And I've been, we grow up and we hear, love people, love people, love people.
But not that person.
Right. Right. And I read a
Yeah,
post the other day
yeah.
and it just made me cringe. It said, "Come as you are, but you can't stay as you are." I'm like, oh,
interesting.
Okay. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So like that's just icky.
Mhm.
And so I was going through a lot personally, like I said, and I had recently discovered cannabis. And so
Around that same time,
yes, because I grew up, like I said, it was,
you're not doing that.
yeah, like
Yeah.
you're going to hell.
Right.
You touch that. Like, don't.
It was a different world too. I don't think it was as accepting.
It wasn't. Oh no. I mean, we were
when
in the
we're-
reefer madness. I was in
Yeah.
the, just
We're very similar in
Yes.
age, so
Yes.
yeah, it was. Those are the bad kids.
Yes,
The
and I grew up
the burnouts.
Southern Baptist. And so
Yeah.
it was like,
Don't even touch that.
yeah,
Straight
and,
to hell.
and I judged, and
Yeah.
I thought I was better than, and
Sure.
just, I don't, I
It's
don't.
a gateway drug.
Right. Well, when I found it, it was like, oh, what is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
But so I started traveling. Like I said, I was headquarters and everything for Penske was based in Michigan.
Okay.
Great state.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
So-
It's a good place to be for your journey. That you were on.
Yes. Also, I was traveling out west a little bit, just vacationing and different things, just exploring.
Okay. How many kids do you have at this point?
3.
3. Okay.
Yes. So I have my 3. And love is a very,
It's fickle, isn't it?
yeah. It's just because, like I said, I was married once. He passed away. I got married again. That's my son's dad. It's a very blended, messy. We're now divorced. And
Beautiful mess sometimes.
yes,
So.
yes, and my best friend. Now I'm with my
Yeah.
best friend.
Yeah.
And there's just something beautiful about being with your best friend. Like
Oh yeah.
there wasn't a detail we didn't know about each other. So at that in the beginning, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. There's something about your soul being on the outside of your body when you
Yes.
find it in a person.
yes, yes. And so now it's just, we're just living our dream. We're living our dream. It's chaotic. We have
Yeah.
a lot of kids. We have a lot of moving pieces.
That's the beautiful
Yes.
part though.
Yes, it
I mean,
is.
I say that so, I mean, just genuinely.
Yeah.
Not from a, oh, kids are so fun and it's all beautiful. And even like, I have kids. I get it.
Yeah.
There's ups and downs, but.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You'll look
Because
back and smile.
I mean, it really, I mean, because they can take me to my knees
Oh, yeah.
and then they
With a
can bring me
look.
back up and I just want
Yeah.
to choke them.
Yeah. With one look, your whole day is either
Yes.
ruined or made. And
Yes.
They have a lot of power.
Yes, they do. And yes, and it's, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, 2021, you're traveling.
Yep.
You're finding yourself. Do you
Yep.
think that this journey started, the finding yourself in legacy started because you discovered cannabis?
It certainly tapped into something in me that opened something up, whether it be my creativity, whether it be, just permission to myself to go explore,
Sure.
to go and make my own opinions and my own, have my own thoughts,
Yeah.
not because someone said so, not because, out of fear.
Yeah.
That was so much of my mindset was fear-based because
Yeah.
it was drilled into me.
Yeah.
And so it was, I did transition churches. Church has always been a part of my story. This, I will say, current day is probably the longest stretch that I've been without a church building. I still stay connected, but also the point in my life now, I have a shop and Sunday is like my only day to breathe. And so, I mean, when you're the church you're going to, that's the only service they have.
Oh, it's
It's one of those things
tricky.
where it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to sacrifice just to be in a room. Like, no, I can go outside and connect with my spirits, the way I need to, you know.
It's
So
it's your relationship.
right,
You're
right.
the one in control
And
of
so, yeah, I was, it definitely,
do you think it, just out of curiosity, because I love this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think when you were starting your journey with Legacy, finding yourself in cannabis,
yes.
do you think that maybe it's because at this point you have 3 kids,
Mm-hmm.
you've lived some life,
Mm-hmm.
a busy life. You
Mm-hmm.
said you were traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling with kids, I swear, is like a part-time job
Yep.
for a mom.
Take them to California.
Oh my gosh, I swear. Do you
Yeah.
think that maybe it's because in my experience with cannabis, it slows your mind down?
Oh, absolutely.
And you start, when you're a mom, when you're a working person, not even just a business owner,
Right.
you've got some kind of love in your life, whether it's a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever.
Right.
Your mind never stops.
Mm-mm.
As women, we work in different cycles than men. I read somewhere that men work in 24-hour cycles. So they start over every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day they start. Women don't.
Mm-mm.
And so things linger, and you're always thinking, even right now sitting here, I'm thinking, okay, at 10:30 I'm going to go here, I'm going to go do this thing. But cannabis, hemp, and we'll get into that.
Yeah,
It really forces you to slow down.
it does.
And you are able to focus on one single thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And your experiences obviously differ with the different things that you take or drink or consume, but you are forced to sit and think about that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that's scary,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes it's kind of a blessing,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't be able to do that
Right.
otherwise. Do you feel like that maybe that some of that was happening?
I do agree. I do agree. And it lifts a lot of the noise that would, for me, be the judgmental noise, the questioning noise, the I need to seek external validation noise,
Yeah.
the I don't trust myself noise. Cannabis has helped me, and mushrooms, because
Okay.
I love,
Yeah.
there's that whole thing. But they have, I mean, just the natural, the plant, because I was on all the pharmaceuticals. I mean, I was on an antidepressant. I was on an anxiety medication. I was on, and I take nothing now. I'm completely
Done with that stuff.
pharmaceutical free. And do they have their purpose? Absolutely. I'm not saying
Sure.
that this is the end all be all, save the world. I know that. And
This
it's
is
not
just
for
your
everybody.
experience, though.
Right, right. And so, and I was out there wondering. And so if I was out there wondering, who else might be out there wondering?
Because you want to speak for the people.
Yes.
We've talked about this.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I love the people. I love, that was one reason why I stepped out of, at first, before I left corporate altogether, I stepped down from management back into just it was a senior position. It was, my title said senior analysis.
You took a step back.
Right. Because I realized I'm a for the people person. And in corporate management, you can't always be a for the people person.
The higher up you go.
Right. Right. And so I was partaking regularly, and I felt like a hypocrite. As a manager, how am I supposed to go in?
Yeah.
And I'm a bubbly people person, so I like to talk and have conversations. I want to know what you did over the week. Like, I genuinely care that during your time off, you actually did something for yourself.
What did you do?
And so it's like, as your manager, I can't really talk about that.
It kind of put a kind of a disconnect there for you.
And so that's when I was like, okay, there was starting to be a shift in me. Because at one point I was like, this is it. When I joined the Navy, that was going to be a career thing. When I got this big girl job, this was going to be a career thing. And then it was like, my intuition, I love her. I'm really starting to learn her and tap into her.
You have to speak her language.
Yes.
And sometimes you're like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yes.
Your gut's saying
or
different
I'm like,
things.
but I don't want,
I don't want to do that. No. That's not what I want.
And so it was like, I always have this just internal shift. It's like, okay, I know change is coming. I know it's coming. And so it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't always get to enjoy, sometimes it's just, we're changed.
This, you said, the rug was pulled out.
Right.
And changed.
Yeah. And so, but grief, that's the other thing. Cannabis and psychedelics, they allow your body to do things that your subconscious or that your conscious doesn't want to go there.
Sure.
Like it's
different level.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you took a step back.
Yeah.
You're already a consumer at that point.
Yep.
Tell me about the shift to I'm going to open a store.
So, I've always, since I was a little girl, for as long as I can remember, I've wanted to work for myself. Like, I just want to be my boss.
So it was
like,
somewhere in there.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Like and my middle is that way. My middle takes authority from no one. And
How
so
old?
she's 10.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's my fireball because it's, and I'm right now we just have to channel it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
We
do have to get through this part of life first.
Yes. Yes. But so I've always had it in me. I've known I wanted to, make the rules. I wanted to, because like I said, I'm justice. I'm fair. I want, to just be right for people. Like we all deserve a space.
Right.
And so, where was that?
Okay. So we're consuming, we're shifting to the store.
Yes. Okay.
We have a
legacy.
We have a child that's obviously going to take over someday.
Yes. So
she wants to be a business owner.
Yeah. And I mean, at this point I have 3 kids and, she's also she's creative. She wants to make skincare. She's artsy. She loves drawing. She's my gymnast, my cheerleader, all things girly, big hair bows. She's just
what a dream.
Yes. Now, defiance. Whew,
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But, so I knew I wanted to do something. Like I said, I had dabbled in the catering business for a little bit.
Yeah.
That didn't really take off like I thought it would. And plus I was just in a different place at the time.
You weren't ready to even think. It seems like you weren't ready to think about how can I make this a thing.
Right. Right. And so also at this point, insert my best friend. So our family and his family are vacationing together. Okay. We're doing things together. He's a consumer. He's a very creative. He says I'm the creative, he's the maker, but when we put our heads together, we are the dynamic duo like none other. Like it's wild. And so for a minute, we thought we were going to do something together, like partnership, like friends. Because at one point I had signed up to have a TV channel. I was going to do a cooking show on the GAN network, GAN, Grace Awakening Network. And so through the church that I was going through at the time, I had gotten involved in a book club, like a virtual book club. And that was like the coolest thing to connect with all these people from all over the world.
Yeah.
And they were doing this, this network on Roku. And so I was like, yeah, I'll sign up. And, like I said, my partner, Mike, he's in IT. And so he was going to do like that whole side. He's had podcasts himself. And
you've got to have an IT guy somewhere in your life.
Yes. And so I'm like, we're going to do this. His daughter was going to, she was doing some of the photography and different things. Well, it never got anywhere because I sometimes put the cart before the horse.
Sure.
And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. Okay. But now I got to figure out how I'm going to do it.
Yeah. No.
So
there's beauty in that too.
Yeah,
though.
there is.
You got to have that person that's like, this is what we're going to do. And then everybody needs to figure out the rest.
Yes. So there was that. And then, like I said, Thanksgiving morning, that was when I was like, nope, not doing this anymore. Did a complete shift. And started going to trade shows as just shows. Something for him and I to do. Just
check it out.
Yeah, let's just go see what this is like. Yeah. We actually registered Lulu's Corner LLC January 30th of 2025. Okay. And at that point in the logo was a muffin because we were going to be a muffin shop.
Okay.
And muffin and tea. Because it was like this whole like muffin and tea.
Of course.
This whole thing. Yes. And so, okay, let's start going to trade shows. Then we found cannabis trade shows.
Wow, that's a different market.
And we're like, what? And so we went to Nashville and found Rizzy.
Okay.
And we were like, we have to do this. The people need to know. Like I discovered the endocannabinoid system. That's a system in your body.
Okay.
Just like an immune system, just like a cardiac system, just like, I'm not a doctor, but it's your endocannabinoid system is the system that was designed to balance you. It creates cannabinoids in your body.
Okay.
Well, consuming cannabis interacts with those cannabinoids,
Okay.
creates the anandamide, the 2AG. Then we're getting into all the really fancy stuff.
The nitty gritty.
But yeah, but it's like, what? My body does this? There's
Yeah.
cannabinoids in mother's breast milk? What? Like,
No idea. Yeah.
okay, wait a second. So like I was already on this journey to like rethink everything. And then that was like a light switch.
Well,
Like,
and you're learning.
I was born in 1992. The endocannabinoid system was discovered in 1992. I'm not saying that it's just a coincidence.
Is it a sign?
I love synchronicities. I love going, oh, wait a second. Could it be like,
Oh, yeah.
even if the rest of the
It's
world is
exciting.
like, no, like, because it's like, it's your world to interpret, like, and to say and to do and be. And so, yeah, it was.
So that kind of
found
that changed. And it seems like you were learning while you were
Again.
discovering this stuff.
Again.
Which is probably why you were like, oh, yeah, there's
Yes.
so much to learn
Yes.
about this.
Yes. I mean, thinking back growing up, I also I wanted to be a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was my dream as a little girl.
Yeah.
And I think now it's like the world, my universe protected me from going that normal route because we talked about the school system. We talked about, I have friends in the school system and my heart breaks for them. And just because
You see how unhappy they
yeah,
are.
or underpaid,
Underpaid, undervalued.
yes.
all the
I did
unders.
PTO for a while just to try to, feel like I'm giving something, into that. But it's like, okay, I'm supposed to be a teacher of this plant, a teacher of this, realm of the world.
Educator.
Yes.
In a different way.
Yes. Yes. Because my part, Mike and I, we were talking one day. I said, I think I want to speak. I want to be a speaker. Just that's my thing. Give me a mic, give me, an audience, doesn't even have to be a stage. Just, give me people and I want to blow your mind. I want to give you.
Yeah. How does he respond when you say stuff like that? Because IT guy, right?
Yeah.
Is he like, hey,
let's do it.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
really?
do it. Yeah.
Super supportive.
Yes. Oh my God.
But
not
not him. He ain't trying to speak, is he?
He's all in front of it. He was on the worship team. He's a singer. Oh my God.
What a gem. An IT guy and okay.
Yes. And a golfer.
Not normal.
And he's a big guy, so he's a protector.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you find this thing, you start going to these trade shows, you start learning.
Find all these brands and these women brands.
Okay.
And because I'm all for some women.
Sure. Yeah.
And brands, and I'm just like, this world. Oh my gosh. It's art. It's a craft. It's it's a whole world, just like wine, just like bourbon, just like painting, just like photography. It's a whole world.
Yeah. There's so much
states
in
that have allowed it, it's just, and even states that don't yet, the people are here, the creativeness, that's what it tapped into. I can see just the beauty in everybody and everyone has it in them. They just maybe don't know it yet.
Well, and it's different when you are a consumer. You go to the store, you get the thing, or you go somewhere else and get the thing.
Right.
But when you have stake in it, when you have skin in it, and you're like, I want to learn because I want to educate and I want to sell. Well, then that's when different doors start opening.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the shift started happening. We have the logo with the muffin and tea, which is so cute. I'm guessing Lulu comes from what your papa called you.
Yes. Lulu's Corner. So I grew up, he would call me Lulu Bell. And so Lulu has always stuck with me. And that I will say is probably the most common thing about my business is Lulu connects in ways that I never even imagined.
Really?
Someone has a Lulu, like a dog, a person.
Unexpected.
Right. I mean, just so many people just come in because it's Lulu's Corner. What is Lulu? They have a connection to a Lulu. And so that's been absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely
a
beautiful.
Curiosity that you couldn't have planned.
No. I mean, I'm just going by a nickname.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's been beautiful. And so it was in that, it was like, okay, we started to dabble in what this would look like. I did not want just your average smoke shop. That's, I wanted a space where everyone was welcome, kids included, because if my kids know about it, it's medicine. And so granted, I understand not everybody is like
Sure.
that, but it's a space where as long as an adult is there, as long as you're
you can come
accompanied
in.
by, you can come in. We have child things. We have toy trinkets and
Oh, okay.
the viral dumplings and butter squishies and
Those little squishy things.
yes.
Yeah.
And suckers and labubus and so we have like the front of my shop is a gift shop area. And it's
Oh.
all things that that we've picked out, some plant-based stuff, some essential oils like the roll-ons, and we have loose leaf tea.
Okay.
We have like our salt inhaler. So are you familiar with like salt caves? Like go and breathe in a salt.
Yeah.
So it's that, but at home. So you have it's like this whole inhaler thing. You put the pink salt in and like it can be like a breathing treatment. We've had people that with asthma come in and come back in for more.
To get more,
so yeah.
So you're trying to build a different environment than what people think of when they think
of
smoke shop.
Right.
Because when I think smoke shop, I think gas station with no gas. I think bars on the windows, big glass display shelves that I would have a heart attack if my kids even went in there because they're going to break something.
Right.
Like, but you're trying to build a different kind of environment.
Yeah. Because growing up, my mom would take me to this place called Sister's Tea. It was out in Buckner, Kentucky.
Okay.
But you walked in and the whole front of it was a gift shop, but then they had different rooms that were themed, and there were tea rooms. So you could, it was the cutest girl, all things girly, the cutest. We would go, because that was something my mom loved tea. I love tea. And so we would go and we would that was always her thing, was like to take someone new every time, someone who had never been there. And so,
That's so precious.
I went like right before I went off to the Navy. We would go when I would come home for visits and stuff. And so that was a lot of my inspiration. Just I wanted every walk of life to, be welcome and feel comfortable and feel safe.
Just
and
come in and, we're going to have something for everyone.
Yes, we really do. And consumers that know we're there, we got you.
Yeah.
And then to the people that have never dabbled in this, have been told this is bad. It
can feel overwhelming.
Those are my favorite conversations. It's this is bad. But like you said, to the people that feel overwhelmed, like that's our big thing. Like we want you to just come in and feel like you're just in any other store.
Yeah.
Comfortable to ask any questions. We have literally tried everything on our wall and in our cases. Yes. Everything from
for scientific research.
Yes. Personal scientific research. Yep. Oh, absolutely. Because that's what makes us I feel like that's what sets us apart and makes us so different, is that we can tell you how it affected us.
Yeah.
We can tell you what we liked, what we didn't like. We can tell you exactly what's in it.
I love that.
That's how we build our relationships.
I love that.
And that's how we build our customer base. And our prices are going to beat anybody, because
you just know because you've been on the other side.
And it's we could raise them, but we don't need to. That's not what we're in it for. We know what we get it for.
Yeah.
And we're not out here trying to get rich. We're out here just trying to help people.
Well, speaking of helping people, when I was thinking about this recording before we came in, I had some questions.
Yeah.
Because I do not know all the things.
Okay.
I've been to a lot of different kinds of shops. I like to travel too. So there's some places that you walk in and you feel like you're about to buy a diamond ring because there's these big glass cases and these lights on one tiny little plant, and you're like, wow, yes, I accept. But then there's places that you look like a gas station and you're like, it's one step above, I'm going to buy a 5-hour energy shot. And you're like, I don't know if this is going to be good or not.
Right.
So I explored, but I'm not knowledgeable.
Okay.
So what is the difference between hemp and cannabis?
Okay.
Is there a difference?
There is.
Okay.
There is, but there isn't. Okay. So you have industrialized hemp.
Okay.
That's the hemp that grows straight up, that is very tall and skinny, that is used to build homes, that's used to make clothes, that's used to,
Like the necklaces.
Necklaces, ropes. It is very sturdy. I mean, they're turning it into fuel. They're turning it into concrete. They're calling it hempcrete.
Okay.
And they're building homes, and it's wild. Like, and it makes sense why it was so banned and like demonized, and because a farmer can fully sustain himself growing hemp. And so then, right. Now you can put pieces together.
Yeah.
So it's like, now that's part of why we're here.
Yeah.
So in 2018, you have the Beautiful Farm Bill.
Okay.
And so what the government did is they classified a small amount of cannabis to be hemp.
Interesting.
They said 0.3% or less of the Delta-9 cannabinoid, and it's qualified as hemp.
Okay.
Because, well, I don't know why they did that. Maybe because they didn't know what they were getting into. They didn't know what exactly they were doing.
Yeah.
They knew that the farmers, needed something. They needed to grow all of that.
It was happening. Okay.
Well, you have cannabis farmers who heard that and said, okay, give me a challenge. I'm going to figure this out. They can get at least one, sometimes two extra harvests a year, a season, because they now cut part of their plants, part of their crops. They cut down early to meet that federal requirement of the 0.3% or lower. And now they can federally sell it everywhere, other than, there are certain states that have banned it. But for the most part, at that point, it's federally legal.
Okay.
And so what happened in the beginning was that hemp farmers started to cultivate hemp flower. And flower from industrial hemp is not the same as flower from a cannabis plant.
Oh.
It's not going to smoke the same. It's not going to taste the same. It's going to taste very grassy, very earthy. It's not meant to smoke.
Oh.
And so, yeah. And so, it's just, you can, but it's just not, cannabis is where, And so that was first. And then they started making all these products, and that's kind of where it kind of went south a little bit. People vapes were getting made black market. You had products out there that weren't safe, that were not what they said on the package. Just like with any industry, I want to say.
There's always that guy that ruins it for everyone.
Right. And so as time went on, we've figured this out. Science is telling us what some of us have always known, or whatever. And so the Delta-9 is the psychoactive cannabinoid, is the THC.
Okay.
Delta-9. THCA is the first cannabinoid to form in the plant.
Oh.
And so it will either turn to Delta-9 by time. So as long as the plant continues to grow and mature, it's going to turn into Delta-9. Or when they harvest it and cultivate it, and then you set it on fire, you have full-blown cannabis.
Oh.
Yes. So while it federally, you have a THCA, you've got, 33% THCA, 0.2% Delta-9. Well, it's not going to do anything for you if you were just to ground that up and put it in some brownies. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
But if you set it on fire, now it's turned to Delta-9.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, again, with the government, they started to figure things out. And so now they're trying to backtrack. And so come the fall of this year, we could have to strip most of our store.
Interesting.
Because they're putting a ban on that THCA products. And now Kentucky, now that they're medicinal, they're a medicinal state, they're coming after the hemp products to ban them. I don't know why, because it's all, cannabis, hemp. But then yesterday, it's now Schedule 3.
I was going to ask, because I know, you live on this side, right? You live on Indiana side.
Yeah.
With your shop being in New Albany, do you find that you run into a lot of red tape versus if your shop maybe was in Kentucky? Like a lot of just obstacles.
No, I will say that's been good. Because a lot of people have said, are you going to come to Kentucky?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
no,
No,
we can't right now because so much of our stuff we have actually had we've had an influx in Louisville coming to us because
Really?
the laws are changing right now.
I'm so
here,
shocked.
here recently. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Indiana, we joke and say that we'll be the last state to do anything. But when it comes to the laws around this, it's very kind of the wild, wild west.
Okay.
And so we're riding this as long as we can.
Yeah.
Now, like because the state has banned smokable flower.
Okay.
Well, the state doesn't have an ABC for this. They have an ABC, but they don't, not for this. And so another business went and said, no, this is federally legal. You're not going to ban this. Like you can't as a state ban this.
Right.
And so they're fighting that. Well, the excise police, your lottery, your tobacco, your alcohol, they have been able to go into the stores that sell it and say, look, I'm going to pull that license if you don't take this off your shelf. Oh. Well, see, we don't have any of that. We don't have tobacco. We don't have lottery. We don't, you know, we're just a shop. We're just a shop.
So it's weaving in and out and trying to find the way to exist.
Yes. And networking and advertising, and that's a whole nother realm.
Is it?
Like it's every other day that TikTok says I violated community guidelines.
Really? Oh
and it's like we record in the same spot every day.
Yeah.
So it's like, and we rarely hold things because we learned that early on.
Oh, not to it.
But it's like what? So like randomly you'll see in some of my TikToks I'll have like captions over our faces or like random emojis like popping up because I'm trying to like disguise.
Yeah.
And it's
what a nightmare.
But it's, you know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
We have come to the mindset of we're in this industry. We know we're up against a challenge.
There's going to be some things.
Right. There's some dark
different
forces that don't want this to be.
Yeah.
I mean, alcohol is coming for us because alcohol consumption's way down.
Oh, yeah. I just heard something about this the other day.
Jim Beam's not producing right now.
That's wild.
And that's wild.
Yeah. That's dramatically gone down.
I got chills saying that out loud,
I was listening to a podcast that was talking about that, you know, drinking is down like 50% or more at this point, because this was a while ago, and that it's been replaced with you know, different kinds of products.
Yeah.
So on our show, we usually don't have to worry about showing things. So I'd love for you to show us what you brought.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Rizzy is what you discovered when you went to the trade show in Nashville.
Yes.
Okay. So Rizzy.
And it's a lemon tea. So it tastes like an Arnold Palmer.
Oh, fun.
And it's enhanced. So you've got the 5 milligram Delta 9, of course, you know, the 0.3% or less, but then you've got 10 milligrams of CBDs. So this is more of like our wellness tea because I mean, it replaces wine. It replaces beer. You know, take a 4-pack to the golf course, take a 4-pack to pickleball, take a 4-pack, you know, because it's very smooth. It doesn't have, it's not a seltzer, so it's not fizzy. It's not
no carbonation.
No carbonation.
I gotcha.
Okay. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's fun. And I see it says giving back to veterans.
It does.
So they've got a veteran cause.
Yes, that's what
love that.
Yeah. So it was kind of like a done deal. We tasted it and the taste was, you know, just absolutely wonderful. And then it was like, oh, we give back to veterans. Okay.
And you were like, there's another sign.
Yeah. And they're up and coming. So it was like, so are we. So they love us. They're out of North Carolina. Like I said, but we discovered them in the trade show in Nashville.
Yeah. So these are in your shop now.
These are in our shop. They are, you know, $4.99 a can or a 4-pack for 16.
Cool.
Very affordable. We do also have a 25 milligram can. For like that's what Mike drinks spicy. At night. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Night. I was gonna say spicy or a nighttime drink.
Yes.
Okay. So you've got some treats.
So these are our peanut butter cups. I mean, Reese's, you know, they are.
Oh, you can't go wrong. Give me chocolate peanut butter.
Yes. And they're just like, they're little. So, you know, you get a 5-pack. They've got 15 milligrams Delta 9, 15 milligrams CBD. Again, we're really focused on the wellness side of it.
Okay.
You know, if you want to get tore up, you can. We'll help you do that too. But we're, you know,
but
really
if you're just looking to like exist.
Yes.
And
and not have that sluggish afterfeel or that hangover or just, I mean, this is going to, they've figured out how to make the products to where they're getting into your system faster. So it's called a nano emulsion technique. And so it's getting in your system almost as you're consuming it. So you're not waiting for that.
So that 30 minutes that you're like, it didn't even work.
Right. And then you take another one and then you're like wrecked.
Now I'm going to sleep.
Right.
I'm hoping I can go to sleep.
Right. And wake up feeling okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, we've got, that's cool because we've watched the industry grow with itself.
Yeah. I love that. Let's find ways to make this a better experience for you.
Yes.
And let's get rid of some of the bad stuff.
Yes. And then one of my other favorite things, these are.
We have the gummies.
So these are chocolates. These are actually mushroom chocolate drops.
Mushroom chocolate.
Magic mushroom.
Okay.
They are a muscimol, so amanita. So think of like your
That's a beautiful
fairy.
name.
Yeah. Like your fairy mushrooms, like with the red with the white dots.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you see when you think mushrooms, that's what you think.
Yes. The big red caps.
Fairy
with the
mushroom.
Yes.
I've never heard that before.
Yes. So muscimol is the active ingredient in the amanita mushroom that will make you feel different, that will affect you.
Amanita.
Yeah.
I just like saying it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so these actually are what finished getting me off of pharmaceuticals altogether.
Why? How?
These I take, this is my microdose of a mushroom.
What does that mean? Like slowly doing something?
Yeah, microdose is just on a much lesser, I take it to feel enlightened, not tripping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I don't see galaxies.
Let's just put our feet in the water. We don't have to do a cannonball.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's, and that's part of, that's one thing I love about my job is I get to help people understand maybe why they had a negative reaction, because we've had plenty of people come in and say, oh, I can't, I have so much anxiety. I can't, Okay, well, let's look at why.
Yeah.
That was probably the dosage. That was probably the product. That was probably the combination of cannabinoids, because we're figuring out the more we study the plant, the more we're learning different cannabinoids do different things.
Yeah.
And that's
a lot of things can affect it.
Yes. Yes. And then you as an individual affect it because your endocannabinoid system is different than mine. Okay. And then are you taking medications? Because that's going to interact with.
Yes. There's a lot of contraindications.
Yes.
Saying that right.
Yes. And so like when I first started this microdose journey, I was on such a high dose of antidepressant and anxiety medicine that it was like, I've had to.
You probably had to take.
I had to go up, and then now I've had to come down.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the
I had to overcome. Yes. And so now that I've gotten, one of these about every other day, and I'm every 2 days sometimes, just depending on what I've got going on.
Yeah.
I was extremely excited when we got to move this week, when we got to move this to this week.
Oh, really?
Because I have 3 days next week in the criminal court system and the child support court system. And then I was coming here Friday and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like, I just don't know. Like, I'm not gonna mentally be able. And
it
then
was a sign.
when she emailed me, I was like, I read it to him and he was like, see, it's just.
Things work out the way they're supposed to.
And it's more when I say it out loud, when I say my problem out loud, it's like, is that the universe listening? Like if I keep it inside, then
projecting and then letting your problem go out there and just deal with itself.
Yes.
Yeah. It's funny. I rescheduled because kiddo has a day off.
Next Friday.
Recess day. What does that even mean? What does that mean?
It's Oaks.
Oh, yeah. I did not even think about that. Yeah. It's Derby weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, they called it recess day. And I was
really?
Like, y'all already get a recess. Why do you need a whole day?
They felt judged, I guess, because they used to just say
Oaks. And I would have been like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Somebody felt really judged.
No, this was perfect because, I've been really excited to talk about this. I've never had anyone on the show that's talked about anything like this.
Oh,
there's a lot of biology chat with like fitness or.
Now I did listen to the Jubilee Wellness because she's
Michelle.
Yeah, she's big in New Albany and
but
growing
she didn't touch on a lot of this stuff. Yeah. So I was really excited to kind of dive in deeper. I loved to talk about it.
I have loved listening to your different shows, your different episodes.
Different, right?
Yeah,
they're all kind of different. So this is just like everyone else when it comes to something completely different. Well, I'm no stranger to consuming. I feel like every time I step into a shop, there's something different. So just learning about it. I encourage people to go to your shop. Yeah. You're not too far from me. So being out in Memphis, New Albany's not
New
that
Albany.
far.
No.
Actually, my kiddo's school is in New Albany, so
okay.
he goes to Christian Academy.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like I've been
You're
around.
right. Yep, you're right there.
A lot. So I encourage everyone to visit and learn before judge.
Yeah, and you don't have to try anything. You don't have to consume. Just come and chat
learn.
with us. It's me and Mike every day, Tuesday through Saturday.
That's
fun. If I'm not there, I'm running kids.
Yeah, but come and learn.
Yeah,
and explore and be open minded.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just have a conversation. Because I've got a way. It's funny to think I've been in all the different corners and different areas and stuff, and talking about religion, talking about corporate, talking about all these different worlds that I lived in.
Sure.
And so it's like it all can come back to this. It can all
all roads
blow your mind.
Lead back to cannabis.
Yes, it does. It can.
And on that note, you ready to get out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
sounds
bounce.
good. All right.
Let's move it.